Another day, another trip. It's good old-fashioned goodness. Welcome everybody to a daily vlog, a vlog that happens daily. I am starting in Wisconsin today. Beloit, right on the Wisconsin-Illinois border, just a little bit north of Chicago. I just got loaded here and I am on my way for a 2-drop trip, starting in Jacksonville, Florida, ending up in Orlando, Florida. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be able to do today, but we're going to see if we can find something. I have 2 full days. I thought I had 3 days, but I have 2 days to make it to Jacksonville from here. So it means a lot of driving, a lot of non-stopping. But if I continue going, we may get somewhere early enough to be able to park and see something. I don't know. My life is a bunch of I don't knows. Well, before we get going, we should probably stop and get some fuel. Put a couple 100 gallons in. Well, taking my 30-minute break. Got my fuel, everything else, driven pretty much for about 8 hours again. No vlogging. Just drove and drove and drove. But I made it really far. I'm already down in Tennessee. Actually, check this out. Look at that. An original Ruby Falls barn. How awesome is that? The paint looks like it's peeling off and everything else off the metal roof. But that's not too far up the road. It's kind of nice. Look at that. Just stepped in walking on the side of the freeway. A lime. I just stepped on a lime slice. What's a lime slice? On the side of the freeway. But I got to take my 30-minute break and hopefully park somewhere today that is suitable for vlogging, because right here along the side of the freeway, it's really not the best place. Yeah, it freaks me out. I always think that somebody's going to drive by real fast, not be paying attention, and smack my mirrors. Well, at the moment, it looks like I'm only 530 miles away from Jacksonville, Florida, which will be my first stop. And like I said, I'm putting on some miles today. It's actually a pretty beautiful day for driving. But it does look like down here by the Florida border, there's a little bit of rain clouds. I am parked for lunch, but I'm actually cooking lunch, and it's going to take about 35 minutes to cook. So I'm going to leave my truck right here and go check out something at a roadside attraction that I've never checked out before. I am at the Georgia Agricultural Village, the historical village, as mosquitoes are just tearing me up here in Georgia. Now, I've taken you guys inside a few times. I've also taken you guys inside the Peanut Museum, inside that building right there. But there's a couple things outside, not too much. I don't have too much time. I have to keep an eye out on my oven. I'm cooking hamburgers. I don't want my truck to catch on fire from the hamburgers I'm cooking. So I figured toss those in the oven on broil for a little bit and walk over here and check this out. Would you look at this? So it looks like this memorial is dedicated because of a Highway 41 bypass, and that resulted in having the first completed segment of the Interstate Highway Program. Pretty awesome. This dedication is to President Dwight D. Eisenhower, whose wisdom and foresight launched the interstate highway system in America, the greatest transportation miracle of all time. That is definitely something pretty awesome. I never knew that was actually here. It's kind of hidden. back here in the middle of nowhere, because at the far end of the parking lot is actually where you head into the attraction. This is just kind of on the outskirts. It's a nice little memorial. Something awesome to check out on this kind of gloomy, cloudy day. But as I was driving here to take my 30-minute break and grab my lunch, some information was passed along to me within social media. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about this one roadside attraction, but they keep calling me out. But this time it wasn't just me. It was a few other people. And I think I need to talk about it. Hopefully this will be the last time, and well, until this place eventually closes down. Hopefully I had something to do with it. Well, I'll talk about it inside when I'm checking on my burgers. The Ark Encounter. There have been quite a few YouTubers that have came out here before me. People have blazed the trail long before. Oh, get the camera just right, Rick. That's what I want to talk about. That video. Well, that and a very similar video that is on this channel. I have a similar video that was shot the same day. That's my other channel, the Almost Daily Vlog channel. But I shot two videos with two different devices that same day. But that video right there seems to be getting a lot of feedback and like 300 and some comments even. That's a lot of comments on a video for somebody like me. Real fast, let me thank William Ribke out of Florida for pointing what I want to talk about, bringing it to my attention. Now, I don't know if I have anything to do with this article. I do know that Ken Ham, the proprietor of the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum in Cincinnati, has written about me on their website and posted some non-truthful facts. What did Kellyanne Conway call non-truthful? Alternative facts? I don't know. They wrote some alternative facts about me on their website and about their attraction. Well, William, not just somebody, William, let me show you guys this. Sent me a link today. Ken Ham. Let's see. Is that two? Wow, why do I always do that? I should. That's the article. I'll just read to you what the word said here, because you can't read it when the phone's sideways. Ken Ham is now blaming atheists for economic failures of the Ark Encounter. So I'm going to open up the article. Now, real fast, Ken Ham, I will at your name on this, so because I know you watch my stuff, and I also know that you read what I post on Twitter and other social media, because every time I do, you write about me on your website. So I know you view, and I have some helpful hints for you after I talk about this. Okay, the people, Pathos is the one that created this article. They actually wrote about my video on their website too, and thank you guys, thank everybody at Pathos. They actually put a quote from Ken Ham stating that recently a number of articles in the mainstream media, on blogs, and on well-known secularist group websites have attempted to spread propaganda to brainwash the public into thinking our Ark Encounter attraction is a dismal failure. Sadly, they are influencing business investors in other such negative way that may prevent Grant County, Kentucky from achieving the economic recovery that its officials and residents have been seeking. I'm not an atheist. And I know he's grouping me in with these other people because of the 2 really extremely long articles that he posted on his website, specifically calling myself out, which is pretty amazing. I only have like 240 subscribers on this channel, and on that channel I think I have 211. I'm very small. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but my subscribers must be extremely powerful for the Walt Disney of the religious world, because that's kind of what he has a dream, he has a passion. Ken Ham has a passion to spread his belief, though I think it's kind of cult-like. I still don't want to be responsible for somebody trying to build their dream, and that's his dream. I don't want to take away from that. He wants to create something, and there's people that believe the same thing he does, and they need a place to go. They feel comfortable going to an attraction like that, or a roadside novelty, as many people have described it. I don't want to be the cause of them losing funding and do whatever they're doing. There's a lot of craziness out there, that a lot of groups that don't believe the same thing I believe, may not believe the same thing a lot of you believe, but this is America. We're a melting pot, and hey, if you have the money and you want to create something that shows whatever you believe in, go for it. I don't want to be the cause of you losing money. And like I said in previous videos, if you would have just let me go and continue on what I was doing, those 30-something thousand views would have all maybe been positive. So that the negativity you're getting from the views from that video I made, that's on you. Ooh, my hamburgers, they done. It's time to flip them over. I'll wait. I'll let that top part of the broiler rest for a second. But yeah, I don't consider myself an atheist. I don't consider myself anything. I'm not a believer in any one thing, and I'm more of a observer. I was put on this earth just to live my life, and I kind of observe what other people believe and do and see and create, and that's all I do. And I watch what some people believe and other people believe, how they interact with other people, and whether they're trying to make the world a better place or not make the world a better place. I don't, I just observe it. So you can label me whatever you want, and that's fine. But I'm not against you. I'm not for you. I'm not against you. I'm just observing you. And I was enjoying your roadside novelty. I was enjoying it. I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I wasn't trying to not have people come to your establishment. But if you're lumping me in with other people and saying it's because of me and other people your establishment is failing, you're wrong. It's because of you your establishment is failing. You're focusing on one thing. You're focusing on one belief. And you only have a handful of people that believe the same thing as you. Your attraction's not going to generate revenue. It's your fault. Don't blame others for your faults. I had a bad habit of doing that. I used to blame everybody because I could never be successful. But I'm not going to be successful because of me. I'm not going to blame anybody else anymore. It's my fault. Just like this adventure that you started in creating a theme park, the failure is on you. There's ways you can make your attraction a success, but you're not going to do it. But don't blame us. Don't blame everybody else in society for your failure. Okay? That's all I want to say to Ken Ham. Well, no, there is one more thing, but first, let me flip this hamburger. Got hamburger grease on my fingers. That's how we clean it off. Anyway, so real quick, Ken Ham, you want to make your place a success? quit focusing just on, this is my idea. Walt Disney was a genius. He started the whole theme park industry pretty much. There used to be carnivals and fairs traveling the country, and he wanted a nice, clean, safe family environment for families to go to without that carny atmosphere. So he kind of broke ground on having like a central hub and then veering off into separate lands and keeping everything clean and nice and family friendly for everybody. Not just what he believed in. He wanted it for the whole world. Do the same thing. Do the same thing. Use your incredible ark that you built. This amazing... I'm not going to bring religion into it, what I believe. But you believe that there was a Noah's Ark and all this stuff happened on it. And the earth is only 6,000 years old. And dinosaurs lived with man. And Noah's wife fed velociraptors. You believe in all that. That's fine. I'm not going to knock your belief. But keep that ark the centerpiece. Make it the hub. Like Disney does with the castle. Make your boat the castle. Make your boat Cinderella's castle. Then have, out of that main hub, have different worlds or different lands that kind of veer off. Maybe to different religions. Maybe where Fantasyland would be where the Christian... Well, I'm not saying Christianity's fantasy, so you guys believe what you want to believe. I'm just comparing the different lands at Disney to what you could do. So let's say Christianity is where Fantasyland is on the other side of the castle. It could be on the other side of your boat. Make that Christian history. Not the same Christianity that you believe, but the Christianity that pretty much dominates the world. That Christianity. And then maybe have another spoke out here of the wheel of a land, maybe for Muslims. What the Muslims believe. That may be something over here the Hindus or Indians believe. And have a theme park of world religions. And make people, and that way people can just kind of explore what different people believe around the country and around the world. And then maybe have rides like dark rides. Or, in each land. And maybe have something like the Small World at Disney. But different religions have it, and how in different countries what different people believe. And then towards the end of the ride, all the religions kind of come together in peace and harmony and love and show the world that we can all live together as one type attraction. And just do something like that. Make an entire theme park, not just about your belief, but about the world's belief. And bring everybody together in happiness and love and peace. If you could do that, your place, it'd probably be semi-successful. And then you can have different religions finance their lands and different corporations and stuff that believe in certain things. Corporate America might do some investing. You could probably be a success, but don't bring your failure on to me or others that have written or shot video about your establishment in the past. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, that's my advice to you, Ken Ham. And I'm going to give you permission on video now. Anytime you write something bad about me on your website, and you're allowed to use my name. I will not sue you. I'm not going to sue you. Go ahead. If you have video, like you said in your post on your website, that I was recording stuff that was copyrighted and not allowed to be shown on video, if you have proof of that on video from the security tapes, show it. I'm not going to sue you. If you have something that contradicts my videos on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. Okay, that's about it. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled programming. I'm going to go ahead and finish up these hamburgers, chow down, and continue on to my trip to Jacksonville, which I'm only about an hour and a half away. And I'm going to park it. And then tomorrow, maybe, fingers crossed, tomorrow evening I will have some normal content, because after Jacksonville My second delivery is in Orlando, and I don't have to be there till 7 o'clock the next day, which I believe is the 15th. So that leaves the 14th evening open. So I'll be right down the street from Universal and Disney and SeaWorld and iDrive. Maybe, just maybe, weather holding and the creek doesn't rise, we can get out and do something. That's the plan anyway. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a few, probably from Jacksonville. I'm going to go eat. It's a lot later. It took a lot longer than I thought it would to get here. It is 10 o'clock at night. I thought I was about an hour away. I was a little bit further than that. But I made it. Time to charge my devices. Charge. Yeah, wow. Lots of comments on that post I did on social media about what I talked about with you guys a few seconds ago. And then I got a text message from another truck driver that is planning on going to the Ark Encounter this week, possibly, and asked my opinion of the place. I don't want to give a bad opinion of the place because it might be something you're going to like. Just because I'm having problems with those guys, honest. Don't take my judgment for things that happen to me, because you might have a totally different experience. You might really love that place or other places. So I'm not going to discourage anybody from checking some of these roadside attractions out. Just be warned. If you wear anything like that, you're probably going to get followed. And then they're going to come up with some crazy excuse that you were doing something wrong when actually you weren't. And I don't know. That's one of the only places I really had an issue. Sometimes you go to Epcot or Disney or other theme parks, and the management won't always follow the rules in the book because they have a lot of rules and they're hard. I mean, it's hard to memorize all the rules. And you don't want to be the one pointing out, well, you're wrong, and you don't want to be a butthead. So sometimes it's just best to leave and then do your research and then go back, which is what I did, and I'm planning on going to Disney again at Epcot. I don't have problems at any other Disney park, only Epcot, it seems like. So I made a few phone calls, and I'll deal with that when I get there. But the Ark Encounter was something totally different. I mean, they actually wrote articles about me, about how they're going to change their, what does that article say? That they're going to change their clothing requirements because of this hat and of their patrons that come to the place, and they're going to change other things because of me. So yeah, I have an issue with them, but you may not. So the people that are texting me right now and having me communicate with you of my thoughts of the place and why I hate the place, and I don't hate it. I don't hate anywhere. I don't regret any of the places I go to. I just dislike the dishonesty of the place. They come off as righteous, and their way is the only way to believe. And if you don't believe that way, we're going to kick you out of our our thing, and we're going to keep your money. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to discourage you. You guys want to go, enjoy it, document it, document your visit, put it up on YouTube, and maybe you had a great experience, and you're going to tell others about it, and they're going to go, and that's fine. I just can't give my thumbs up on the place. That's just me. Anyway, I am parked. I'm going to go ahead and kick back, edit this video right here, and I'm going to watch some TV and get a good night's sleep, get up early in the morning, deliver, because I am backed into a door right now, though nobody's here. So I'm hoping that they're going to knock on my side of my truck in the morning, wake me up and say, open up, you can back in. Get done about 8 o'clock in the morning, head over to Orlando, get to where I need to be, and hop in an Uber and maybe enjoy a little bit of Universal. As long as it doesn't rain. It is Florida, so, I mean, you never know, right? It could rain at any given moment. Straighten up. There you go. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. I love you all. Peace out.